They laughed at his shoes, but those shoes had walked through a hospital the night his father died. Years later, one of those same boys would apply for a job at his company. They laughed at his shoes, but they never saw what he was walking through. For 3 years, Daniel wore the same faded hoodie to school, same thin sneakers, same quiet smile. Nobody knew those shoes had walked hospital hallways at midnight. Nobody knew that hoodie still carried the memory of the night his father never came home. And nobody knew that the quiet kid they ignored was building a future none of them could imagine. Daniel was 9 when the phone rang. His mother dropped the plate in her hand. Hospital lights, low voices, a truck, a rainy road, no second chance. Daniel stood in the corner holding his father's old cap, trying to understand how life could disappear in one night. After that, everything felt heavier. His mom began working double shifts at a nursing home. Some nights, she came home when the sun was rising. Her hands were rough. Her back ached. But when she saw Daniel awake at the kitchen table, she smiled like nothing was wrong. Money was tight. One evening, she said softly, "We'll get you new shoes soon, okay?" Daniel nodded. But later that night, when she was asleep, he glued the sole of his old sneakers back together. He cleaned them carefully, as if effort could turn them into something new. At school, the comments started. "Still wearing those? Bro, that's crazy." They laughed. At lunch, he sat alone sometimes, pretending to scroll, pretending it didn't sting. But it did. One day in the bathroom mirror, he whispered, "Maybe I should just quit." He imagined fighting back. Just one punch, one moment of respect. But every time anger built inside him, he came home and saw his mother asleep at the table, bills under her hand, still in her work uniform. He couldn't quit. He couldn't waste what she was sacrificing. One afternoon, he finally snapped. "I'm tired of this," he said. His mother looked at him calmly. "We may not have money," she said gently, "but we have character. And character will take you places money never can." That night changed something. Instead of thinking about revenge, Daniel opened his math book. If they were going to laugh, he would give them something else to talk about. He stopped hiding in the cafeteria. He started going to the library, not escaping, building. He learned coding from free online resources, watched business lectures, read everything he could. While others were joking in the hallway, he was compounding. Years passed. He graduated near the top of his class. College wasn't easier. There were days he felt like an outsider. Students with better clothes, better laptops, better connections. Then, during his sophomore year, his mother got sick. Hospital bills stacked up. Daniel almost dropped out to work full-time. He sat in his car one night, hands on the steering wheel, thinking maybe this was as far as someone like him could go. Then he remembered the glued sneakers. He stayed. He worked mornings, studied afternoons, freelanced at night. After graduation, he started a small tech support service from his apartment. One laptop, unstable Wi-Fi, no investors. The first year, it failed. A major client pulled out. He couldn't pay himself for 3 months. He thought about shutting it down, But quitting would have been easier back in middle school. He didn't quit then. He wouldn't quit now. He studied why it failed, improved the system, focused on quality. 6 months later, he landed his first $12,000 contract. It wasn't millions, but it was proof. Years later, Daniel built a respected tech company, known not for flash, but for discipline. He hired based on skill, not background, not popularity. One afternoon, a resume landed on his desk. The name felt familiar. It was one of the boys who used to laugh at his shoes. Daniel paused. He could have rejected it. He could have mentioned the past. But real power doesn't scream. He approved the interview. When they met, Daniel was calm, professional, unbothered. No revenge, no ego, just growth. Because he wasn't that hurt kid anymore. He had built something stronger than anger. That evening, instead of celebrating profits, Daniel took his mother shopping. Not for a mansion, not for something flashy. He bought her the most comfortable pair of shoes in the store. As she tried them on, she smiled. "These are too expensive." He shook his head. "For all the miles you walked for me, these are nothing." Success wasn't the company. It wasn't the money. It was the fact that pain didn't turn him bitter. It turned him better. If you're walking through something heavy right now, keep walking. Improve quietly. Learn relentlessly. Control your emotions. One day, you won't need to prove anything. Your results will speak.